Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be Smokey Patty Jollof. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe. So over here I have my pepper mixture. This is a whole lot of pepper, so don't worry, I'm not using all of this for the jollof rice. I also made chicken stew this same day, which I'll put in another recipe after this. But for this jollof recipe I used 3 of these medium-sized red onions, 1 habanero pepper, which is atarodo, 2 bell peppers, and about 5 tomatoes. So I already washed my pepper. I'm going to chop all of them and place in my blender and put about 1/3 cup of water just to help my blender to blend it smoothly. So while I was going to blend this pepper, I blended one half a little bit rough, not so smooth, and the other half of the pepper I blended it smoothly because I use it for my chicken stew. So I'm just roughly chopping these peppers up, put it in the blender, go back, blend it, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys how we make our smoky patty jollof. This rice is going to be very, very delicious. I already have my 3 cups of washed rice. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm chopping 1 medium-sized red onions. I'm going to dice it and I'm going to transfer this to my pot of jollof rice. So what I have is I have a pot. I'm adding about half a cup of groundnut oil. Then I'm going to throw in my chopped red onions inside there and let the onions sweat out and release that sweet aromatic flavor, which will also flavor the oil. So what I'm doing is I'm just like moving the oil around to gauge and see if what I poured earlier was enough. I went ahead and added about another tablespoon of oil just to make sure we're not low on oil. So now I'm adding my chopped red onions. I'm going to let that saute and brown up a little bit to give my oil a sweet flavor. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and add about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Yes, tomato paste. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But if I have it at hand at home, I'll go ahead and put tomato paste in my jollof rice. You don't have to if you don't like using tomato paste. Just substitute and add more red bell pepper to your blended pepper mixture. So I put about 3 tablespoons of this Hunt's tomato paste. I'm going to let it fry very well so it will get rid of the sour taste of the tomato paste. So you have to let it fry till the color of the oil changes to a red color. You know that yes, your tomato paste has fried very well. So once my tomato paste fries, I'm going to go ahead and pour my blended pepper mixture into this pot. I'm going to season my blended pepper mixture. I'm not adding any stock or water yet. I'm just going to put the blended pepper mixture in there. I'm going to go ahead and season it with Knorr seasoning cube. I'm also going to add thyme. I'm going to add bay leaves, white pepper. Now, putting white pepper in your jollof rice makes a huge difference. Trust me, you guys need to try. Add white pepper to your jollof and you will testify later. I'm also going to add my peppercorn, my grounded black pepper to it. I didn't put salt just because my chicken stock already has salt in it, so you need to be careful with salt. You don't want to over salt your food. So I didn't put salt yet because I'm still going to go ahead and put chicken stock later. I added bay leaves to it to give it that aromatic, scent and flavor to the dish. So I'm going to mix everything up, let it fry for about 20 to 25 minutes on medium to high heat. Remember, you have to always go back and check on your stew. You have to make sure it fries very well, but don't let it burn. So keep going back to check. Cover the pot, let it fry for about 20 to 25 minutes. Once this has fried, I'm going to go ahead and now add my stock to the rice. The stock I saved from the chicken I boiled, which is not in this video, but I'm going to have a link of my how I make fried chicken stew. I saved the stock from that and I added it to this pepper base. So after that, I'm going to also add my rice. Keep in mind, I'm using raw rice. I don't parboil my rice before I make jollof rice. I'm adding my 3 cups of rice that is already washed very well. So I'm going to add it, mix everything up very well. Make sure everything is well mixed and incorporated with that pepper base. You want every grain of rice to have that stew all over it. I'm going to go ahead and cover it with a foil. Reduce your heat to low and just walk away. Let that rice cook in the steam. It's okay to add a little bit more water, but you have to be careful. Don't add a lot. Add about half a cup at a time. Not even half a cup. Add about 1/3 cup at a time, and make sure you put it in the middle of the rice. Make a hole, put it in the middle and cover it back up just a little bit, and cover it back with foil. Let that cook again for another 5 to 8 minutes on low heat. Then mix it all up. By this time, I'm sure your rice will be done. You don't want your rice mushy. You want everything single. I'm going to go ahead and slice some onions. I like onions a lot, if you can tell from my previous videos. I'm going to slice some onions and put it there and cover it. Now this is where the smokiness comes, and then when you come back, you're going to see all that smokiness. Be careful not to let the rice burn. You have to be very careful. Just leave it there for 5 minutes, nothing more, nothing less. If not, your rice is going to burn. You don't want it to burn. You just want to release that smoky flavor. Can you see the smoke coming out from this rice? Yes, that's what we're talking about. This is smoky patty jollof made in your kitchen. You don't need a firewood or anything for this. You look at the smoke coming out, and this rice tastes so good. So I'm garnishing again finally with some onions, just to have that crunchy bit when you're eating your rice. I served this jollof rice with my chicken stew I mentioned earlier. Can you see the color of this rice, guys? Can you see how red and single it is? No mushiness, no clumpness. It tastes so good. Like, you cannot miss it. Let me know how you guys recipe went ahead. If your jollof rice came out tasting good, having that smoky flavor to it, please don't forget to give me like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm open to constructive criticisms. Let me know what you guys think and what other videos you guys want to see. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video. Bye.